Hello students. In this video we are going to study about AC generator. So here we study about the principle on which AC generator works, how it is constructed, what is its working and advantages as well as disadvantages of that generator. So first of all, what is generator? Now I am not talking about AC or DC. जस्ट सिंपली जनरेटर को हम कैसे डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. सो जनरेटर इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज डायनेमो एंड इट इज defined as a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Since it is a generator, so it generates energy, it generates electrical energy, but that doesn't mean that it is generating. Actually energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. That is the principle of law of conservation of energy. So basically it is converting mechanical energy into electrical energy and give us energy in the form of electricity. So generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy, or we can define it as a device which can generate electrical energy by using mechanical energy. So mechanical energy का use करके electrical energy को ये generate कर सकता है because it is converting mechanical energy into electrical energy. Now when it comes to AC generator, so AC generator में specifically it is mentioned that a device which converts mechanical energy into alternating form of electrical energy. Now alternating form means it produces a current that alternates or changes its direction regularly after a fixed interval of time, or we can say periodically. So AC generator is a kind of generator, or it is a device which converts mechanical energy into alternating form of electrical energy. And by alternating form of electrical energy we mean that it produces a current that alternate or that change its direction regularly and after a fixed interval of times, or we can write it as periodically. It changes its direction periodically, then such kind of generator or dynamo is called AC generator. Now talking about its principle, so it works on the principle of electromagnetic induction, right? What is the principle of AC generator? So AC generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. तो इसको समझने के लिए हमें पता होना चाहिए what is electromagnetic induction. And we have studied that electromagnetic induction is a phenomena when a coil is rotating or moving in a uniform magnetic field such that its axis is perpendicular to that magnetic field, then an induced EMF, and because of that an induced current is set up in it, and this phenomena is called electromagnetic induction, in which we are producing electric current from magnetic field. मीन्स मैग्नेटिक फील्ड से हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को या करंट को जनरेट करते हैं. दैट phenomena is called electromagnetic induction. So we can write it as when a closed coil The coil should be closed if we have to generate electric current. When a closed coil is rotated in a uniform magnetic field, such that its axis is perpendicular to the magnetic field, then the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes and an induced EMF and hence induced current, induced EMF सेटअप होगा and because of that EMF induced current हमें मिलेगा. Induced current is set up in it. So this is the phenomena of electromagnetic induction and this is the principle of AC generator. So AC generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction, which means AC generator में we must have a closed coil जिसको हम rotate करेंगे uniform magnetic field में, and such that the axis of that coil should be perpendicular to the magnetic field direction, due to which the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes, and since the flux changes, the induced EMF will set up in the coil, and because of that induced EMF, an induced current will also set up in it, and that current, that induced current, is the required alternating current that we are trying to generate. We are generating it from the rotation of the coil. Rotation of the coil means mechanical energy. We are rotating it, so we are applying mechanical energy and we are getting electric current, that means electrical energy. So the mechanical energy that we are applying or giving to the system in the form of rotation of coil is actually converting into electrical energy. This is how the principle and the working of AC generator, this is how the AC generator works to generate electric current from mechanical energy. Moving to its construction. So for construction we have to see the diagram first. So as you can see in the diagram, there are certain parts, certain important parts in this diagram which consist AC generator. Let me start from the very first one, which is not appearing in this. So first one is the source of energy. That is used for rotating the coil. That is the first essential thing. Means we should have some source of energy so that that armature of coil or that armature coil is rotated about its axis with the help of that source. Now that source can be a turbine or any other device connected to it. So it is the rotational kinetic energy of turbine which is actually rotating this coil, and because of that mechanical energy is present in the system, and that mechanical energy is ultimately converted into electrical energy by the generator. So first essential thing is there must be a source of energy. It can be a turbine or any other device connected to it. Second essential source is we are working with the phenomena of electromagnetic induction. So magnetic field के help से we are creating electric current. That means there should be some magnetic field. So for that we have field magnets. Alright, so it is a permanent magnet of horseshoe shape, or it is a powerful electromagnet also if the AC generator is in the form of a large dynamo. अगर हमें बड़ा generator create करना है then it can be a powerful electromagnet, or if we are working with small dynamo or small generator, then a horseshoe magnet will also work. So it produces a strong magnetic field. These are the magnetic field lines in the region between the two pole pieces. दोनों नॉर्थ पोल और साउथ पोल के पीसेस के बीच में it creates a strong magnetic field that we are using for the phenomena of electromagnetic induction. This is the second essential part. Third is the armature. That means the rectangular coil PQRS which have a large number of turns of insulated copper wire wounded over a soft iron cylindrical core. So there should be an armature that consists of a soft iron cylindrical core and has a large number of turns of insulated copper wire wound over that core, plus the core that we are using should be laminated to avoid eddy current losses. एडी करंट लॉसेस को अवॉइड करने के लिए जो कोर हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं सॉफ्ट आयरन का, इट शुड बी लैमिनेटेड. The use of soft iron core is because of its high permeability. Reason is कि soft iron core की permeability high होती है, so it gives us a large flux density, or we can say that it concentrate the line of force. There is no loss of magnetic flux. जितना भी फ्लक्स होगा वो सारा कोर में रिटेन हो सकता है बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स हाई परमिएबिलिटी. दैट्स वाई वी आर यूजिंग सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर. Next important part is the slip rings. So here we are using two slip rings, S1 and S2, at the ends of armature coil. So here the two ends of armature coil, ये जो दोनों ends हैं, these are connected to two coaxial, that is with same axis, coaxial brass rings that are known as slip rings, and these rings are fixed to the same shaft or turbine which is used to rotate the coil. These rings are connected to the same shaft which is used to rotate this armature or the coil, and these are insulated. These slips are insulated from each other as well as from the shaft. These are connected to the shaft but are insulated from the shaft, as well as these are connected to the ends of coil but are insulated from each other. So the armature coil rotates, and with that the slip ring also rotates about the same axis of rotation. जैसे जैसे ये coil rotate करेगा, these slip rings will also rotates along with the same axis of rotation. सो बेसिकली ये मिक्सिंग नहीं होने देता है दोनों एंड्स की वाइल द आर्मेचर इज रोटेटिंग. दोनों को अलग अलग प्रिवेंट करता है. दैट इज द रीजन फॉर यूजिंग स्लिप रिंग्स. Next important element that we are using in AC generator is brushes. So here we have two brushes, B1 and B2. These are two graphite or flexible metallic rods and we call them brushes. These brushes B1 and B2 remains fixed in their position and maintain a sliding contact with the rotating slip ring. So जैसे जैसे coil rotate करेगा, these slip rings will rotate and these brushes are connected to these slip rings. Now slip rings can rotate but brushes are fixed. Since brushes are fixed and they make a स्लाइडिंग कॉन्टैक्ट विद दीज रिंग्स, सो रिंग्स के रोटेशन का इफेक्ट ब्रशेस पे नहीं पड़ेगा, दे विल रिमेन स्टेशनरी. सो जो हमारा एक्सटर्नल सर्किट होगा इट विल रिमेन इन अ फिक्स्ड पोजीशन. स्लिप रिंग्स के रोटेशन का या कॉइल के रोटेशन का कोई भी इफेक्ट इस सर्किट पे नहीं आएगा. अदरवाइज इफ वी डोंट यूज दिस ब्रशेस, वी डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट दिस वायर टू द एंड्स ऑफ द कॉइल, देन जैसे जैसे कॉइल रोटेट करेगा दीज वायर्स विल ऑल्सो रोटेट एंड दे गेट इन टू ईच अदर. सारा एक साथ इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे, ओवरलैप हो जाएंगे एंड अ नेट काइंड स्ट्रक्चर विल फॉर्म. सो दैट वी डोंट वॉन्ट. That's why we use slip rings which rotates along with the coil, and we connect them to the fixed brushes by maintaining a sliding contact between them so that slip ring can rotate but brush remains fixed and there will be no effect of rotation on this circuit. Circuit will not move, it will remain fixed in its position. So these were the 5 main elements that we use in the construction of AC generator. Now let's sum up all these elements. So first element that we have in construction is source of energy. Source of energy will provide mechanical energy that is required for rotation of coil and because of that source of energy the coil is rotating about its axis, and this is done with the help of source of energy is required to rotate the coil with the help of turbine or any other device connected to it. Means basically it is providing rotational kinetic energy to the armature so that it can rotate, and that energy will be converted into electrical energy by the generator. After source of energy, second element is the field magnet. Now for a small dynamo a horseshoe magnet can work, and if the dynamo is large then we have to use, for large dynamo then we have to use permanent or powerful electromagnet. We have to use powerful magnet for a large dynamo. Because of this magnetic field, electromagnetic induction will happen and we get electric current because of this magnetic field. Now next thing is the armature. That is the most important part, and it consists of a rectangular coil PQRS which has large number of turns of insulated copper wire wound on a soft iron cylindrical core, and this core that we are using, it should be laminated. The core should be laminated. Reason is the laminated core prevents eddy current losses, and the reason for using soft iron cylindrical core is its high permeability. Its high permeability, because of that it concentrates the magnetic field lines, or we can say that the core retains the flux in it. There is no loss of magnetic flux. This is the third thing. Third essential part was armature. After that, important part is slip rings. So we have two slip rings, S1 and S2, that are actually brass rings. These are brass rings and are connected to the armature coil. Also these are coaxial. Okay, these are coaxial. Next thing is that these are further connected to the shaft that is providing that mechanical energy, and these are connected to the shaft, but actually these these slip rings are insulated from each other as well as from the shaft. They are connected to the shaft, but they are insulated with each other as well as shaft. Okay, so this is the slip rings S1 and S2. Next we have two brushes also. These are B1 and B2 and made of some graphite or flexible metallic rod, either graphite or flexible metallic rod. And the reason of using these brushes is to maintain a sliding contact, with S1 and S2 slip rings, because these slip rings are rotating, these are rotatable, so these brushes maintain a sliding contact with them. And with the help of these brushes, the current, these are used to fed AC, or the alternating current that is produced by coil, to the required एक्सटर्नल सर्किट. सो जो हमारा एक्सटर्नल सर्किट है जिस पे हम यूज़ करने वाले हैं उस AC को, उसमें with the help of these brushes that current will pass on. Okay, so this is the use of brushes. So 5 main elements are there in the construction of AC generator. First is the source of energy, then field magnet, then the coil, that is armature, then slip rings, and after that brushes. So here we sum up all the points in the construction. After this we will move to its working, advantages and disadvantages. For that, move to the second part of this video. So let's continue to that.